The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility, Peter. You know, combative without the ball, expansive with it. It's a system that's naturally going to ask an awful lot from your central striker, but also for anyone positioned out wide. You're the key supply route, and at the same time, the defensive cover. So, effectively, you're the lungs and legs of the team.
Tries to play it through. Mbappe shot a goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Milan are looking to go forward now. Cleared away. Now it's Mbappe. Great chance! That comes as a mighty relief. Great vision. Can he get onto this? He is through here and gets his head on it! Denied by an instinctive save.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. This guy, Roberto Carlos, really is a unique player, Peter.
I don't think anyone would argue with that.
The pace, the power, the set pieces, the way he constantly surges forward.
And a fabulous urgency about everything he does.
That's exactly it.
And it's Nedved. Pass is just off target. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. Still goalless. Costa Curta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Xavi Alonso, Olise, he's had a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Arsenal have their second corner now. And he's there to clear it. Oh, well played. And now a sudden chance to counter. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nicely weighted ball. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. That's good vision. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Ruben Dias. Rijkaard. Now it's Olise. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, delightful ball. And he's heaved it away. Referee's given a throw. Deep cross. And that should get the job done. And it's Hullet. Goes for the shot! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Knocks it into space. Oh, played through for the wide man. Roberto Carlos. Played in by Roberto Carlos. Olise is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Looking for options for movement. Can he get it through? That's been cut out, well played. Olise could move up a gear here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bellingham. Now it's Olise. Mbappe. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, that has not gone well. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Nedved. Looking for a runner. That is good alertness. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Roberto Carlos. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's fabulous. White did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's half-time here. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Arsenal may probably be feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start. Their mood at half-time should be more upbeat. The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 2. Viene sostituito con il numero 17.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Ruben Dias. Bellingham. That's Rijkaard. Hazard. Olise. Oh, shoots! Oh, that was no routine save.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 3 coming up. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Hazard! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Hazard clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
Hazard. And it's Bellingham. Looking for the run. Oh, that's an excellent interception.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Nicely worked. And a chance! It's there!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game. But that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Hazard. Rijkaard. Played back in. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Well, there's the clearance. Nicked it back promptly. Xavi Alonso. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham proves just a little bit too strong. And the counter-attack is on for Milan. Bastoni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, important interception. Played back into the centre. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And this is Ronaldo. Can he finish? And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Arsenal can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves.
A header! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Well, that pass isn't the best. That's a cute ball. Chips it through. And he's quick to snatch it back. Olise. He's gone for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Costa Curta. Gabriel. Now it's Mbappe.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
Just eases him off the ball. Rijkaard. Threads one in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Arsenal really have been second best here. Second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
The final 5 minutes. Whistle's gone, that's foul. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Olise receives it in a good position here. Played into space. Oh, delightful ball. And this is Ronaldo. That is a crunching tackle. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Now it's Maradona. And the number on the board is 3. And he's cut it out. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Mbappe. And that is that. Arsenal were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games. Well, those of you who followed English football around the turn of the century will certainly know this man well. He is, of course, Giovanni van Bronckhorst, another fine Dutch import who claimed his fair share of trophies whilst on these shores.
And later on in the continent too, Peter. He never really struck me as a flashy player, but rather a model of consistency, adaptability and intelligence. He excelled in one of the hardest roles in the game.
A role, of course, you know very well, Jim. Van Bronckhorst, an incredibly influential player, and it is no surprise that he's worn that famous orange shirt more than 100 times. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Elise. And this is Hazard. Nicely weighted ball. Rijkaard. It's Xabi Alonso. Hasebe. And he's forced to go back. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Mbappe. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
He's trying to hit the front line here. Looking for the run. Oh, super find. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Pelé. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Good ball over the top. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Neymar. No goals as yet. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Elise. Oh, they can break here. He's got away. Varane gets across and deals with it. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Searching pass he's played there. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That's an imaginative pass. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Ruben Dias gets over and intercepts. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Zola has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Neymar pinches it off him. Plays a sharp little ball here. Rijkaard. Now it's Hazard. Great vision. And he's well positioned here. Goes for a shot! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Arsenal presented with a golden opportunity here. The major moment in the game. Oh no, he misses from the spot.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Varane wins the duel this time.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Bruno Fernandes really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Pele, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Van Bronckhorst. And it's Hasebe. Aimed beyond the defence. Azar. Now it's Mbappe. Rijkaard. Now it's Olise. Rafael Varane gives no quarter whatsoever. Oh, delightful ball. Shapes to shoot! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he? Well, yet another...
And the whistle goes for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How to look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I would say, Peter, that the scoreline isn't entirely reflective of that first half. There's been a decent ebb and flow. The penalty obviously jumps out as the moment, but there's plenty of time left to see things change.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Arsenal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
White. Neymar. Xavi Alonso. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Zola. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Azar conjures time and space where few can. Well read, nice interception. Hasebe, can he get it through? Nice interception, well timed. Looking to go deep. Defending of the desperate variety. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Olise, oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe! There's the shot! Sticks it away!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Arsenal have penetrated for the first time.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Zola.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Tries to play it through. Neymar looking to get on the end of this. White is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And he plays one through. And this is Pele. He's found the... It's Pele! And that is quite wonderful. Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 4, Alessandro Bastoni.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Ruben Diaz.
Chelsea grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Oh, played right into his path. Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Neymar, the pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Van Basten. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And this is Neymar, defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Pele. Nice-looking ball. Floated through. Well, that's cause for mild irritation.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rijkaard. A probing pass. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And that has left him in a heap. Now that looks a decent ball. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And he's intervened well there. And he's there to retrieve it. The final 5 minutes. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is in shot at goal! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Oh no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Mbappe. Neymar. Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. Tries to pass it through.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Conte. And it's Van Basten. And it's Neymar. Marquez kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Neymar. And there goes the final whistle. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in...
Oh, he's been caught napping! Not the most accurate pass. Thuram. Makaleli. Now it's Batistuta. White makes the interception. Xavi Alonso. Hazard. So what can they make of this? Hazard. That's Rijkaard. Hazard. He's in a good position. It's Neymar! Oh, that was close. Makaleli. And it's Neymar. Neymar. Xavi Alonso. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Ah, that's a fine interception. And that was very necessary. Neymar. And here's Mbappe. Thuram. Neither side yet able to find the net. Alexander-Arnold.
Manchester United clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Batistuta! And that was probably asking just too much.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Rijkaard. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. He's beaten, and the shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Robson has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Olise, looking to play him in. Makaleli. Alexander-Arnold. Plays a sharp little ball here.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
And claimed it back swiftly. And it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Olise. Oh, that's well spotted. Olise is offering some sort of an apology there.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And Batistuta! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Oh, nicely intercepted. And this is Neymar. Olise. Now this could be a chance, surely! Oh, taken with style. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Succumbs to the pressure. Now it's Olise. Searching pass he's played there. Makaleli. Now it's Batistuta. Neymar. Knocks it out wide. Played in deep.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
That's tidy.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Cross goes in there. Bastoni gets it away. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Referee's given a throw. And here's Mbappe. Finds himself. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Arsenal present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Well, the keepers these days have done their homework. Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer. And the first 45 minutes are up. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break, all square. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Second period then underway. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Mbappe, and he's worked it through. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Chance! Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Olise. Can he get it through? Oh, perfectly measured that. Robson is always scanning the pitch for targets. And here's Mbappe. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, easy pickings there.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Ruben Dias gets across to intercept that. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Robson. No way through. Olise. And here's Olise. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Can he get on the end of this?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Big header! It's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
So all square, and not for the first time.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Distributed tidily. Rijkaard. Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And there's his chance to lead the counter. In with the challenge. That's the throw.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 25, Xabi Alonso.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Olise,
Number 13,
Rijkaard,
Ruben Dias.
looking for options for movement. Oh, that's a key interception.
Number 5,
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Franz Beckenbauer. Number 2,
This is Batistuta.
number 8,
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
substitution in progress.
Now that looks a decent ball. Makaleli. Well, that has not gone well. Olise, given the lift of his goal. Olise is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he's intervened well there. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's picked out the run. That is a brilliant interception. Robson. 5 minutes left on the clock. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, just Batistuta! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Batistuta is offering a wry smile there.
All hands on deck for this one. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Delivers the ball. Bayer deals with that nice and simple.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Shot a goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Desperate defending required here. Alexander-Arnold goes short. It's Neymar! It's a loose ball. Hoisted in. That's a decent clearance. This might spell real chance! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Substitutions taking place.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. Manchester United complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes. And we're done. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. That has been cut short. Out to the right.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And what's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true, just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
White tries across. Costa Curta gets it away. Shapes to shoot! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Azar. Xavi Alonso. And that's been intercepted. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Azar, well seen, saw that coming. And that's put paid to a promising move. Still goalless at the moment. Now it's Olise. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Costa Curta has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Costa Curta making good progress on the right-hand side. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neymar, and they can counter here. A probing pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bastoni, not the most convincing of passes. And Neymar. Ruben Dias calmly anticipates. Olise, done delicately. Ferdinand cuts it out. Olise is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Cruyff. Oh, a delicate chip through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Can he latch on to this?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And we have our very first corner. throw-in. And that's played. He's had a shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Oh, that's a key interception.
Arsenal certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Batistuta. Rijkaard is the guilty party there. Robertson is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Bout of passing here. Cruyff! And it's hit the woodwork and out! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. It carries far too far and out of play. Ferdinand is there and he can pick it up. Best. Costa Curta. Oh, nicely intercepted.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Park Ji-sung, and Park Ji-sung! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Hello, everybody, and
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Shot at goal! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have some...
Decent chance! Decent enough try.
Mbappe certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. And it's Batistuta. Now it's Pelé. Now it's Batistuta. And that has been clubbed away. Park Ji-sung. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now it's Mbappe.
Arsenal have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Costa Curta. Oh, there's a probing ball. Played out towards the right wing. Cruyff.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Costa Curta. Now that's well seen too. Rijkaard. Now it's Olise. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And that was nowhere near his best. Azar. Oh, no joy this time. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Mbappe. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He has a look up. Chance for a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Cruyff has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Substitution from Manchester United.
Manchester United have their second corner now.
Number 9, Batistuta.
And it's a poor one.
Park Ji-sung. Coming on the field, number 8, Rooney. Number 20, Neymar. Number 17, Jorginho. Substitution.
And that's going up front in a hurry. Thuram. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Rooney shoots!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Olise.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Best.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Corner number 3 coming up. And the keeper beats it away. Ball driven towards the far. Big header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
That was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe...
Goes for a shot! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
So their fourth corner of the game. Rooney goes short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Well read, nice interception.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That has not gone well. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
There will be 3
Arsenal
minutes
do
added
have a
time.
chance to counter here. Now that looks a decent ball. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Ferdinand pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Rooney, best, a player who needs no introduction. Costa Curta. And that's it. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Olise claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So it's down to business here.
It's a privilege to see the defensive great that is Franco Baresi.
Absolutely.
A marvellous tactical brain married to good pace and a technical ease.
Rashford, and he's had it nicked away. Rijkaard. And it's Azar. And Stojkovic. A probing pass. That's good vision. That has been cut short. Best. Conte. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Neymar. Xavi Alonso. Best. Stojkovic. Corner. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And here's Stojkovic. Out for a throw. In by Conte. Up he goes! Goal! Barcelona! First blood drawn. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Arsenal finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Neymar. Now it's Olise. Arsenal finding their passes. Chance, surely! He has done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Neymar. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Looking for options for movement. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's managed to get free. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. He can get that clear. Stojkovic could move up a gear here. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's got away, crosses it in, and it's hoisted clear. And it's Stojkovic. Now it's Puskas. Olise. Now, can they get him away? And this is Puskas. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. It's a pretty loose pass. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
White did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to... Shot at goal! Goal! Arsenal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Conte. Kukçu. Always onto this. Costa Curta. Rijkaard. Neymar. Played into space. Floated through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Spread out to the left. Threads one in. He's through here. This looks promising. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Puskás can so cleverly... Best! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Gabriel. Kukçu. Now it's Puskás. Neymar. Now it's Puskás. And it's made its way to him. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Can he finish? He scores! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Puskás really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week.
There's the whistle for half-time. Arsenal are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. And that's the second half started. That is ended up in no man's land. Stojkovic. And this is Puskás. Can he get on the end of this? Great ball, and he's in here. Lovely bit of skill. And it's Stojkovic. Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And this is Puskás. And he welcomes it in. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. That's a nicely shaped ball. So much time and space here. Stojkovic. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Olise. Olise purring through the gears. Kukçu. Puskás. Knocks it into space. Thuram cuts out the pass. Puskás. Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Kukçu. Now it's Mbappe. Well read, nice interception. Deftly away. Just about up to the hour now. He's in space and looking for options. Not the best distribution from the keeper. He's a sharp little ball. And the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That's an excellent interception. Goes for a shot! Goal! Arsenal! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Arsenal go into the lead.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Neymar. Now it's Puskas. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Azar. And he's gone looking for safety. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Hazard. Xavi Alonso. Gabriel cuts it out. Stojkovic. And it's Stojkovic. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Rijkaard. Now it's Puskas. Oh, this looks sharp.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Best. Oh, that could cost them.
Best was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Olise. Hazard. Nicely weighted ball. Cleared without complication. Kukçu did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Aimed beyond the defence. Thuram. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Rashford. Best, a player who needs no introduction.
Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Olise. And he's being shifted off it. Back into the middle.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 4, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 10, el dorsal 6.
It's a promising position, and he lines up a cross. That is a brilliant interception. Tries a shot! Just sails past the upright.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
And there goes the final whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Mbappe just could not help himself, could he? 3 goals to his name. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Italy is the country of great defenders, Peter, and this fella, Alessandro Bastoni, looks very much in line to be its latest representative. I think being an Italian defender, we all know he's very much from the school of no nonsense, but I really like his technique, and again, he's one of these centre-backs or defenders who can get his head up and just pick out a wonderful pass 40, 50, 60 yards.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Big chance! Eden Hazard! That is a beautiful thing!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. And it's Pirlo. Oh, they can break here. Well read, nice interception. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And it's made its way to him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Mbappe. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Elise. Shot could be... And the shot! They've scored! And they're at it again in double quick time. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This...
And a chance! And he's really put himself on the line here. Arsenal with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That ball looks a good one. Oh, he's burst through! Ibrahimovic! No mistake! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Neymar. And the shot's on here. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now it's Olise. Olise going face-to-face with his great rival. This looks promising. Oh, important interception. Ribery. And it's Nedved. Ukraine couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Ibrahimovic is onto it in a flash. Costa Curta cuts out the pass. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Vieira. Now it's Romario. Nedved. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Olise. He's on it. Can he get away? Vieira can see things others simply cannot. And here's Olise. And this is Hazard. Hazard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, well played. And he's heaved it away. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Ukraine clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Xavi Alonso. Now it's Olise. White.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And it's Xavi Alonso. Ambitious ball here. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now it's Ribery.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Neymar. Pirlo. Now it's Romario. That has been cut short. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
Today, please take some time out to give
Neither
your
side
football
holding
to our
back
better
here. It
stadium
has
run.
been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Arsenal head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And we're underway again. Neymar, given the lift of his goal. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? Chance, surely! Fantastic from Elise! About as smooth as it gets. And there is the big 200. Everybody reminds him what he has gone and done. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Elise. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Neymar. Now it's Mbappe. Nedved. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And here's Elise. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Searching passes played there.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And this is Ribery. Showing good feet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Pirlo. Ribery.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get...
He looks to lift it!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Vieira. Nedved. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, perfectly measured that. He is through here. Goes for a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause.
Substitution for Ukraine.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Romario. Number 17.
That's really well cleared.
Number 9. Ribery. Number 5.
Lovely bit of skill.
Coming on the field.
Turns and goes back.
Number 11. Bullet.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Number
That'll be a throw.
24. Rooney. Number 15.
Chance for a shot! And it's in! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Oh, smashing header! He scores! Do not write them off. Back they come. picked that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
11.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Arsenal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Oh, super ball! Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Rooney. Best. And the pass is intercepted. All the way back. Now that's well seen too. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Gullit looks to get on the end of this. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Olise. Played out wide. Alexander-Arnold threads one in. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vieira. He's in a great position here. White does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Mbappe. And it's De Bruyne. De Bruyne is fouled. Tries to get it clear. De Bruyne.
At a time.
Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. And it's Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. He's had a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
And the referee brings it to a close. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Olise taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match.